This video contains spoilers. Watch the fucking show! So guys, let me tell you a tale of an anime that I got into when I was a wee little lad, 10 years ago. I watched this anime fresh off the heels of SAO back when I had bright eyes and I thought SAO was a good anime, and when I was first introduced to the Isekai genre. And this anime was called The Devil is a Part-Timer. And The Devil is a Part-Timer is also an Isekai anime and is one of the first ones that I watched and brought me into the genre even as a little kid. And while it wasn't my first Isekai, it was my first experience with a subgenre of Isekai that has now been referred to as reverse Isekai. So we all know the basic premise of any Isekai anime is a person gets teleported to another world. However, this fan term that's kind of become unofficial, reverse Isekai, is basically the opposite of that. Instead of a person from our world going to another world, it is a person from another world coming to our world. And it's still categorized under the Isekai umbrella, but honestly, I really view these kind of shows differently because they just have completely different vibes to them. I guess the biggest things about reverse isekais, and probably their strongest points, is that they don't have to spend any time world building because the world is our world that we're familiar with. The people writing this know that we, as the readers, are Earthlings, and we are familiar with Earth. Therefore, you don't need to build our Earth for us, and they can just focus more on characters and plot that way. And while some may see this as a weakness and maybe less fun compared to Isekai, I definitely have gotten more intrigued with reverse Isekais. Number one, because there's less of them, making them, more interesting just because there's less quantity. And number two, I'm always kind of intrigued in how the author will take this sort of alien being interacting with Earth. And that brings us to the newest reverse isekai that I've seen that came out this season, called Dead Mount Death Play. So what's actually really interesting about Dead Mount Death Play is that this anime actually freaking blindsided me in the first episode. I actually started watching this anime because a couple people in the comment section of my Isekai 2023 video told me that this is one of the ones I missed. It wasn't labeled as an isekai, it didn't have like isekai in the title. I don't believe it was also labeled as isekai, so I actually just missed it. I decided to do no research on it and just start watching it. And from the first scene of the show, we have a kind of heroic looking guy fighting against this, demon skeleton monster. And I thought for sure, oh, this is like a, end of the line thing, and we're gonna, go back to when this hero guy enters this world, and this hero guy is going to be our main character, like our main isekai guy. And then bam, we're on Earth. No one in the comments told me this was reverse isekai, and I was very, very excited as soon as I saw it. I was like, okay, what happened? Did our boy get transported back to Earth? I didn't know what the situation was. I thought this hero guy was our isekai guy who got isekai'd, and then maybe he got sent back to Earth, or he's a guy from that planet getting sent to, Earth instead. And there's an air of mystery in the first episode of Dead Mount Death Play. Like, you don't really know what's going on. The situation just kind of unravels really, really quickly, with it being obvious that our guy is in this unfamiliar body, and all of a sudden this assassin is chasing our main character now, and our main character is introduced to Earth and is kind of like overcoming these challenges of like a new culture and an alien planet. Basically everything happens and we get the reveal it is not the hero guy that is our protagonist. It is the demon that he was fighting that is actually our main character. I got completely blindsided by that. I was so intrigued. Like, I was like, holy crap, I thought for sure this was gonna be a normal setup, but no, they did the 180 and it's our villain. And I say that with quotations because he's a lot more complex than meets the eye. That is our MC, and that's been reincarnated and brought to Earth. Basically, it is about this necromancer named Corpse God. I know, that name is so edgy, I almost cut myself just saying it. This person is reincarnated on Earth into the body of a teenager named Polka Shinoyama. Yeah, his name is Polka. I was like, okay, is he European, or does he just like dancing? What was it? Does he like spots? I don't know. Also, I was curious as to why Polka already looked like an edgelord prior to, being reincarnated. That was kind of curious. And Polka was actually the target of assassination and was killed right before Corpse God was reincarnated into him. However, the kick is Corpse God maintains his powers that he had on the other world, and his necromancy abilities. And and he starts fighting back, and he gets pulled into association with this assassins group, and he kind of starts working with them and gets involved in a lot of kind of unsavory situations because of this. That I feel like that plot synopsis is not very good because the story has already changed rapidly, already 4 episodes in. So like the title of the video suggests, yes, we do have a new Isekai edgelord. I mean, the guy's name is Corpse God. I mean, come on. But something I really liked about this show was kind of the, spin they took on your traditional fantasy villain, and they made him, like have this like weird past. They get into the past of Corpse God pretty early on, and how he was very misunderstood in his previous life, in his previous world. I would say the biggest draw of this anime within the Isekai genre is how like dark and serious that the situations that we are following are. I mean, most of our main characters are part of this assassins group, and they kind of operate on this unsavory side of society. And also Corpse God has this ability to communicate and see spirits, and so every time he comes across like an unsavory person or something, he can see like the spirits of the people they have killed, like following them and haunting them and stuff, and he actually draws his magic from that. And while this anime does have some comedy in it and does break the tension with certain situations, I would definitely categorize it as a dark fantasy. It is very serious most of the time, in a lot of like life or death situations. Even Misaki, our main female protagonist here, I mean, we get right into her past, and like she has a crazy messed up past, and most of the people we interact with are like psychopaths, murderers, or messed up in some way. So there's a lot of kind of like unhinged characters we're following here, and I mean, I wouldn't even call our MC completely normal in terms of mental state either. But I'd say the thing that's pulling me in the most and has me the most intrigued with this season is just where is the story gonna go? Because mostly it's been focused on Corpse God kind of integrating into life on Earth. He has this goal of living this peaceful life. However, because of the people he's caught up with, he keeps getting brought into these crazy situations where he has to show off his power. And while it's been made clear that supernatural stuff is not the norm, if on Earth, there definitely does seem to be other supernatural elements that already existed before Corpse God arrived. The main one I'm talking about is this guy Lemmings, they call him, and clearly this guy has something supernatural or crazy going on with him. So I want to get more into those elements, because there definitely seems to be more to what's going on than just, oh, it's Earth and we have a guy that can use magic. There's something else happening behind the scenes here, but we haven't got into it yet. So Sid Kagano better watch out, because we have a new Isekai edgelord on the scene here. So I don't think it would really be fair to make a judgment on Deadmau5 Deathplay yet, because it's only been 4 episodes. We haven't really had time to get really into the deep things that I want to get into, these other secret supernatural elements. I want to dive more into Corpse God. I want to see more about how he's going to handle these relationships. I want to see more what they're going to do. Misaki's she's pretty interesting and also kind of entertaining as a character. I think she's really fun. I wouldn't call it like a brilliant, flawless anime, but it's not bad at all either. It's definitely interesting, and within the isekai genre, it's nice to have a shake-up to the formula, not only with a reverse isekai, but also with kind of like this, bad alignment we're going with in this route. I am very intrigued to see where the show goes from here. So guys, what do you think of Deadmau5 Deathplay? Are you as interested as I am? Do you see what's going to go on? I am very intrigued, and I want to know if you guys are too. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to do more videos on recent anime coming out, leave a like to let me know. And if you aren't already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out more than you know, and it'll let you know when I post in the future. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching to the very end of the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye.